the box. And we are so quick to judge what doesn't look like God because our mindsets are so churchy. And if God doesn't do it for you the way he did it for me, then this can't be God. Man, don't you understand that God is so much more bigger than you? Doesn't matter who you are, how big you think you are, how anointed you think you are. God is so much more bigger than you and so much more greater than you. There is about to be a move of God in your life in this hour. The Lord said this to me. He said, son, what I'm going to do in your life, in the manner in which I am going to do it in, he said, you're going to have to be comfortable in your own skin, even if others don't agree. There's going to be a move of God in your life, and you better hear me, that other people are not going to agree with. They're going to want to pull you aside. I see it happening even now. I see it happening in the spirit. They've been thinking about it. They're going to want to pull you aside. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to tell you that whatever you do, be careful. Just make sure that what you're doing is of God and it's of the whole. Listen, I see it happening in the spirit. And they're going to try to change your mind in what you know that is God. But when you understand that it's God, even if they don't agree, you do it. Because if they don't understand it now, they'll understand it later. If they don't see it now, they'll see it later. God's about to do something in your life that people are just, listen, that people are just not going to agree with. And watch this. I respect the fact that you don't agree. I respect the fact that you don't agree. But I've got to obey God, because I'm not going to miss what God has for me and the manner by which he's choosing to do what he does for me. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to want to desire to please you so that I miss God. I love you. Y'all better get this. Y'all better get this. I'm talking. I know I am. I love you. I love you with my heart. I love you with my heart. And listen, I respect you. I respect you to the nth degree. But if God is telling me to do something, I've got to do what I believe within my spirit that God is telling me to do. I've got to do what God is telling me to do. Because I understand that how he did it for you, he may not want to do it for me in that manner. And I'm not going to allow you, as much as I love you, as much as I respect you, I am not going to allow you to put me or God in a box saying what I can and what I cannot do, what God can and what God cannot do. Don't let people do that to you. Because, listen, you'll miss God. You'll miss God. You'll miss God. You will miss God. And it's not about being disrespectful. It's about being obedient. It's not about being disrespectful. It's about being obedient. So listen, there's about to be a move of God. There's about to be a move of God that's going to happen in your life that people are not going to agree with. There's a move of God coming to you that's going to be so unorthodox, so unsettling, so disturbing to others who thought that they knew you, that if you're not comfortable in knowing that it's God, you'll miss what God is trying to do for you, trying to please them. Did everybody get that? Listen, if you're here for the first time, I need you to follow me, all right? If you're here for the first time and you're not following me, you need to do that. I'm going to say that again. I said there's a move of God coming to your life that's going to be so unorthodox, so unsettling, so undisturbing to others, that if you're not comfortable in your own skin, knowing that it's God, you'll miss God trying to please others. Don't miss God trying to please others. I'm going to say it again. Whatever you do, this is a high alert tonight. This is a high prophetic divine alert. Don't miss God trying to please people. Hallelujah. Folk are typing that all over the place. Don't miss God trying to please others. I'm telling you, don't you miss God trying to please others. Because watch this now. And I just heard this in my spirit. I heard this in my spirit. There are some, if the truth be told, that really don't want to see you go any further than where you are. I just heard that. I'm releasing that because I heard that. Everybody may not. Are y'all listening to me? There are some that really don't want to see you go no further than where you are. And they'll see that God is doing something different than you, and they'll come, well, that ain't God. You need to pray more about that. You need to think about that, because I don't see God in that. Well, you may not see God in it, but if I know that God is in it, that's all that really matters. What really matters is not what you see, it's what I know. Y'all, I'm trying to help somebody tonight. I say what really matters is not what you see, it's what I know. Because oftentimes what you see is not God. Because there are some people that don't want you to make it. There are some people that want you to continue to fail. There are some people that don't want to see you go higher and do greater. There are some people that don't want you to graduate and see you elevate. There are some people that want you to stay right where you are. Listen. There's an unorthodox move of God. There's an unorthodox move of God that's coming to your life. Unorthodox, irregular, unfamiliar, uncommon, atypical, unchurchy. There's a move of God coming to your life that is not going to look like God. And I'm telling you, people who thought that they knew you are going to begin to second guess you when they see you move how you move. Y'all, I hope y'all getting this. I said, I hope you're getting this. I hope you're getting this. There is such an unfamiliar, unchurchy, unorthodox move of God. When I say unfamiliar, atypical, unorthodox, I'm talking about a move that doesn't even look like God. And people who thought they knew you are going to begin to second guess you. And they're going to start formulating their own opinions about you, not knowing that this is God. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people in the church world in Genesis chapter 41 thought they knew Joseph? And when they saw this unfamiliar, unorthodox, unchurchy move of God transpire in the life of Joseph, do you know how many began to second guess Joseph and start formulating their own opinions about Joseph? Maybe Joseph is not who he say he is. Maybe Joseph is not who I thought he was. I thought Joseph was this. I thought Joseph was that. I thought Joseph was that in this and this and that, but maybe he's not either one. And they started second guess him. The church folk began to second guess him because there is a move of God that has transpired in his life that does not look like God. And now everybody is second guessing him and now formulating their own opinions about him because the Joseph they thought they knew, they discovered that they really don't know him. You better hear me. You better listen. You better hear me. I said you better hear me. You better hear me. You better hear me. The Lord said to me, he said, son, there are people who are second guessing even you, formulating their own opinions about you, because I'm doing something through you that they themselves just don't understand. And that's why when you can hear God, see, I'm in a position now where I can hear God. And I know when I hear God. So I can't be swayed by the opinions of men. I respect you, but I can't be swayed by your opinion because I know the voice of God. See, I didn't get baptized on Friday, get saved on Friday, baptized on Saturday, and anointed on Sunday, and became a prophet on Monday. Now I've been doing this thing. I've been doing this thing for about 25 years. And I'm in a place now where I respect you and respect you greatly, but I won't be swayed by you when I know what God is saying. Listen. Pastor Pitch, bless you, man of God. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Listen. This is a season. This is a season where you have got to know the voice of God. You've got to know the voice of God and not be swayed by the opinions of men. I said this is a season where you have got to know the voice of God. And not be swayed by the opinions of men. And when you know that God is telling you to do something, no matter how unfamiliar, no matter how unorthodox, no matter how unchurchy it may seem to be, do what God is telling you to do. Joseph says, listen, I know folk are going to talk about me. I know folk are going to slander me. I know folk are going to scrutinize me. I know folk are going to criticize me. I know folk are going to attack me. I know folk are going to condemn me. He says, but I have got to do what I know God is telling me to do.